Well, hello there. Welcome to Screencast 101. This is Mr. Sanchez, and I am going to walk you through an awesome new app that you guys are going to use to complete Unit 3, Module 3, the Hamilton and Jefferson Puppet Show. It's called Puppet Pals 2, and let's just jump right into it. The app is meant to create puppet shows. Fun puppet shows that you can animate, that you can give audio voice to. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about in a second. You're going to find this app in the Create folder of your iPad. So go ahead and click on that, and you can see it right here in this corner, Puppet Pals 2. Go ahead and click on that bad boy right there. And there it goes. It's starting up. To get started, you're going to click play, and it gives you a number of locations that you can have be like the setting of your puppet show. It makes sense for us to use Philadelphia. So right here we're going to click the Philadelphia scene, and it brings us to the streets of Philadelphia, where you're going to have Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton talking to each other and jiving back and forth. So a couple of tools. This right here will just get you back to like the main screen. This tool right here is going to bring you to, that's going to give you some options for adding some things. So you might want to add a horse if you want. Make it make sense, you know. With this thing, you're not going to add a police car, right? There was no cars back then. This gives you a couple of default characters that you can use, but you're not going to do that. You're actually going to create your very own character, and you're going to do that by creating it right here. So here's where you can kind of pick like your heads, and you can pick your bodies right here. You guys are going to add your very own face. You're going to actually add Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton faces. And the way that you're going to do that is by saving a picture first to the camera roll. So my first spirit will probably take care of this for everybody, but if it hasn't been taken care of, what you're going to need to do is first go to the Milwy History website so you can get the pictures that you need. So check it out. Here we go. Back up out of here. I'm going to go to Safari, and I already have the page open, so you can see I've got, say, for instance, Alexander Hamilton right there. I'm just going to tap, I'm going to hold, and save. There we go. So Alexander Hamilton is saved to our camera roll, and we can go back into our Puppet Pals app. Now this camera button right here, that's going to be what allows you to add your own photo. So you go ahead and click that, and it says take a photo or choose a photo. Well, we're going to choose a photo. Yes, we want to give it permission. And there we go. We can see Alexander Hamilton is right there. Let's go ahead and add him in there. It tells you to trace his head, so you can kind of zoom in on his head. And this is going to be a really terrible trace, but, you know, you're going to do a better job. So you can just trace his head. There we go. That's going to be the head that gets placed on our body. It says now, draw the mouth. Now the mouth, the first time I did it, I wanted to trace the whole thing. You don't want to do that. You want to just put like a line right through his lips. Okay? And that's kind of going to be how he talks. See how his mouth is moving as I'm talking? Because it's picking up my audio. This button right here is going to allow you to switch his which way he's facing. So we want him to face properly. There he is right there. And that's just a sample body. That's not the body that you're going to use for it. Click Approve. And now you've got your Alexander Hamilton head. Let's pick out his body. The body that I like to use, and the body that I would like everyone to use, really, because it would make sense, is some of our colonial stuff. So you've got a nice colonial uniform right here, or you could put him in this nice colonial, I don't know, outfit, coat, button-down, jacket, whatever. I'm going to put him in this right here because Alexander Hamilton was always on point. He had a pretty tight uniform on. Once you have that taken care of, you hit that check mark, and boom! There's Alexander Hamilton right there. You see, again, you can see when I'm holding him, his mouth is moving with my voice right here. All right? Essentially what you would do is just the same thing with Thomas Jefferson. I'm not going to do that because this video is already hitting the 4-minute and 15-second point. I'm going to show you real quick how you actually record it. So the directions have you actually writing out a script and deciding what this guy is going to say. You have to do that before you go ahead and start this. That just only makes sense. So once you get your script written out, you come over here and boom, you have Alexander Hamilton. He's ready to go. Now you can go ahead and read your script off and have him actually act it out. Okay. You're going to do it by just tapping the screen. You see the tools pop up right here. If you want, you can change the music. I'm partial to this music right here. Isn't that nice? I think it's nice. Anyways, I'm ready to record. If I had my script ready, which I don't, I'm just going to kind of wing it, I would go ahead and have my script in front of me, hit the record button, The music stops for a second, and now I'm ready to go. Now, if you want his voice to move, his mouth to move, you gotta touch him to actually get him to move. Otherwise, when I take my hand off, his mouth is not moving. It doesn't realize that that's the person that I want to talk. So let's say, oh, hi, look, I'm Alexander Hamilton. I'm awesome. Look how straight my vest is. Oh, I'm walking in the streets of Philadelphia. Okay. Hit stop. The music stops for a second, and now I'm ready. And here's your video. Now, if you want his voice to move, his mouth to move, you gotta touch him to actually get him to move. Otherwise, when I take my hand off, his mouth is not moving. Alright, so you get the idea. I can either trash this or keep it. I think this is a crappy video, so I trashed it. And you can, like I said, you can add things to it. Add a horse or something, you know. Horses are pretty cool. And you can just pull this horse over here, and let's put Alexander Hamilton on this horse. Come on, Alex, go on your horse. Boom, and now Alex is on his horse. Pretty sweet, right? Oh, sweet horse. Yes, I'm Alexander Hamilton riding a horse. Look how fast my horse is going. Ah, it's crazy. Okay, so this could be a really fun app if you get into it. That's really what all of our assignments are about anyways, right? Get into it and you can have a lot of fun. But make sure that you're hitting the minimum requirements and you're completing the task. I'm going to back up out of here. When you're finished with this thing, you know, you're going to export it to the camera roll. Well, whatever. Let's figure out how that works. So let's say we did have our video ready to go. Oh, I'm riding a horse. I'm Alexander. Yeah, cool. Super awesome. All right. Stop. I hit the check mark. I'm ready to go. I'm going to title it Alex is awesome. Oh, spell awesome right. There we go. And then I'm going to save it. And that's it, really. Okay? If you have any questions, you know, I will be around in my classroom. Dumont will be around in his classroom. We'll be able to walk you through this. Okay? 7.5 minutes coming up. Let's stop this thing. Good luck.